Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 10 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Next week's Coronation Street will see Gemma resort to desperate measures, while Kevin reels when Stefan calls his bluff. Meanwhile, Dee and Joel go public with their engagement. Here's a look at 10 big moments coming up. With financial pressure already mounting on Gemma, she's gutted to receive a £70 parking fine in the post, and worse still, Carrie's desperately needs new shoes. Gemma takes Carrie's to the shoe shop to get her feet measured. Gemma soon realizes she's not able to afford the £45 for the shoes and struggles to see Carrie's in pain. While the shop assistant is distracted, Gemma makes a hasty exit from the shop without paying. Gemma is put on the spot when Bernie is quick to note Carrie's new shoes and quizzes Gemma about how she could afford them. Later, Joseph's friends from school visit number 5 for dinner, but when the parents arrive to pick up their kids, Gemma is horrified to recognize one of the dads. Kit receives a shock when Gemma is brought into the station having been arrested for stealing the shoes. Desperate, Bernie begs Kit to do what he can to get Gemma freed. In a bid to save Gemma, Kit visits the shoe shop and chats with the owner about potentially dropping the charges against Gemma. Gemma is curious about why Kit went out of his way to help her and introduces him to Chesney and the kids. However, the meeting is interrupted when Kit receives a call from his dad. Kevin is feeling relieved having forced Stefan to agree to take down the deep fake videos of Abby, and he shares the good news with Tyrone. Later, Kevin receives a rude awakening when Stefan calls his bluff and tells him that the deal is off. Stefan reveals that it would cost him £60,000 per year to take the videos down, and he's refusing to pay. In the aftermath of the latest drama with Stefan, Abby explains to Kevin that she needs to get away from it all for a few days. As Abby departs to stay with Lindsay and the twins, Kevin tries to remain positive. After an awkward first encounter with Joel's parents, Dee steals herself ahead of their next meeting. To Dee's surprise, Anthea and Gus couldn't be nicer, and Anthea apologizes for their behavior. Just as things are looking up between them, Anthea and Gus are shocked to learn from Amy that Dee and Joel are engaged. As everyone gathers for lunch to celebrate the engagement, Joel is shocked to receive a call from Sabrina's mate. She tells Joel that he has to meet her or he'll regret it. What does she want? George finds Glenda in the cafe and is keen to put their argument to rest. He asks Glenda to meet him for a drink so they can bury the hatchet. Meanwhile, Glenda's behavior towards George causes issues in her new relationship with Michael. Glenda can tell Michael disapproves and fears he's cooling towards her already. Later, Glenda calls at Shuttleworth's with an offer for George. She'll drop the case if George gives her his house. How will George react with Steve's 50th birthday approaching? Tim convinces him to agree to a night out. However, Tim's plans are soon ruined as Sally reveals they've been invited to the unveiling of Tommy Orpington's bronze bust at the county grounds. On the same night, Tim agreed to go out with Steve. Tim lets Steve down gently, not wanting to reveal the real reason he's canceling. But Steve wrongly assumes a surprise party is being planned instead. When Steve overhears Sally telling Tim she's heading into town to buy an outfit, he remains convinced that Tim is planning a surprise party. Meanwhile, Amy receives news from her mom and reveals to Steve that Tracy has canceled her upcoming visit and is staying in Spain. Steve's gutted, with his plan to win her back now on hold. Despite his heartbreak, Steve continues to look forward to his party and quizzes an oblivious Cassie, Kevin, and Tyrone about the event. Is Steve setting himself up for disappointment?